Alright guys, so we're going to start out by taking my Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer in the shade Medium just to cancel out the redness on our eyelids and give us a flawless base. We'll go in with our Laura Mercier translucent powder after that just to set the base. Next we'll be going in with Canyon from the BH Cosmetics Desert Oasis palette. And I am just taking that on a big fluffy brush and working that into the crease. I'll be moving it along the crease with windshield wiper motions, really just trying to work that in and build up that color.
Doing okay on my own now. Standing too strong, I can't go down. Taking the stand, my own now, my own now, my own now. Yeah. Cause life ain't really getting more fair. And I can only use my one chance. Just to write my story to the end.
Now I'll be taking Sandstone from that same palette and just working that right under where we placed that last shade.
Looking at the Mr. Forbes, man. Need to put me in your system. Lock me in the box so I can never get to missing. Killing precision and all my niggas get to tripping, yeah.
And I did go ahead and take that color and put it into my inner corner. We are going for a really smoky look and I wanted everything to be really nicely blended out. Next we'll be taking the color Nightscape from that same palette and using a smaller tapered brush we'll be working it into our outer corner as well as bringing it into our crease and our inner corner. We really want to use this shadow to deepen up our look and create some dimension.
They say I can't be that dude. They say I can't be that smooth. But it's the simple things you do that makes them wanna get to you. Wanna get to you. Wanna get to you. Cause life ain't really getting more fair. And I can only use my one chance.
And here we are. I'm just doing the same thing to the other side. Again, really building up that outer corner, working it into our crease, building up that dimension.
Need to put me in your system. Lock me in the box so I can never get to missing. Killing precision and all my niggas get to tripping, yeah.
Here I am dipping back into Canyon to blend out those edges. I did forget to add that I am using a bigger, more fluffy blending brush. Again, just to blend out those edges, make sure everything is seamless. We don't want any big, patchy, muddy lines anywhere. Here I'm just taking my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in Sand to cut out my crease. Doesn't need to be super precise or anything like that. We will be going back in with the bigger brush to kind of define the crease. And now that our base is laid down, we're going to switch over to the star of the show, is this beautiful green eyeshadow from Sephora. I did start off by applying it with a wet brush, but you'll see that the wet brush was giving me a little bit of difficulties. So I ended up switching over to my finger, and my finger was working out very well for me. The pigment and the payoff was just a lot better. Now I'm going back in with Sandstone just to really define some of that crease color that we lost there. I really wanted to make sure everything was just really well blended. using my Clinique Beyond Perfecting 2-in-1 foundation in the color Honey Wheat. I will be mixing it with my CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation in the color T60 and applying that all over. And I am blending everything out with my microfiber sponge. That was like $2 off of AliExpress. It is damp. It is really small when it is dry, so I find it hard to use. And right now I know the foundation color does look a little weird, but I promise by the end of everything will be seamless and blended. And now I'm going back in with the Instant Age Rewind concealer in medium, just to cover up those dark circles. I do apply a second layer of this. This isn't my favorite concealer, but for this video, it's what we're using. I usually stick to my LA Pro Girl concealer, but this one was just a little bit brighter. Still blending with my microfiber sponge.
Can you tell me what's with all this distant love? If I call, would you pick it up?
Now I'm just going in with a normal beauty blender to blend out any creases. Taking my Born This Way concealer in the shade Mahogany. I'm going to be using this to cream contour and bronze up my face. And I know you've seen that I've gone a little crazy with the bronzer, a little crazy with the contour, so we'll definitely be blending that out and fixing it. And you'll see me going back in with my microfiber sponge, just going and lightening up those areas we went a little crazy in, blending everything together. Next, we are taking my Maybelline New York Fit Me powder in 20 light medium and putting that underneath our eyes and all over our face, just to give us a flawless airbrush look. I will go back in with the fluffier brush and be wiping everything away. I do not bake with this powder. You will come out looking crazy if you keep this powder on for too long and do not add a setting spray. Okay, here we are, just dusting off all that excess product. Now I'm just spraying my face with some water mixed with some Wet n Wild Mega Glow Loose Highlight Powder in the shade Hustle and Glow. That's just to bring some life back into the skin. Next, we're moving on to eyebrows. Now I'm just taking the NYX Precision Brow and brushing through my brows. I'm going to be essentially drawing out what I want my eyebrow to look like. The fact that this brow pencil is really small and precise really helps to get a really defined brow. Now I'm switching over to my NYX Professional Makeup Precision Brow Pencil in the shade Espresso to fill in the rest of my eyebrows. I will be going back over this with a powder. Now I'm just brushing through my brows, making sure everything's blended.
2 feet in a red dirt, school skirt, sugar cane.
Then I will be using the shade Midnight from my BH Cosmetics, and it's my Ray Ray collab palette on my Anastasia Beverly Hills number 18 brush to further define and get rid of any chalky waxy texture in my brows. And then I will be going back in with my e.l.f. clear brow gel just to set down my brows and make everything look really nice. Now I'm taking my Morphe M421 brush and cleaning up underneath my brows. I love this brush specifically for this task, and I really recommend it if you guys are looking for something to clean up underneath your brows. And I did just quickly blend that out with my fingertips. We are going to take my It's My Ray Ray palette again and dip into my very well loved shade Mocha for contour, and we're just going to bronze up the skin. I'm going to go back in, dip down the sides of my nose. I don't like to contour my nose too often or too harshly. Don't forget to snatch the neck. Moving on to highlight, I'm using the Morphe High Impact Highlighter Illuminator in Extra for the first time. I did win this in a giveaway from @MarieJ here on YouTube, so thank you for that. Shout out to you. You know I love you and I hope you watch this. And as you can see, my highlight knows no boundaries. We are putting it anywhere you want to glow it up, baby. Go ahead and reset your face. Get some more of that water and highlight going on just to give us some more life. Going back in with some blush and Unapologetic from the Morphe Blush Trio. And last but not least, I'm going in with my Urban Decay All Nighter just to lock everything in. And I did almost forget my bottom lash line, so we went back in with a smaller tapered brush and hit our bottom lash line with Spice first from the outer corner to about midway, and then I did place Midnight right on top of that just to smoke it out. And now we are just popping on my favorite lashes from AliExpress. These are beautiful. They never take away from the eye look. I will leave a link in the description box. I don't remember the name of them. Now I'm just taking a tissue. You can use a makeup wipe. I am cleaning off my lips so I can put on some chapstick. And then after that, I am placing my favorite nude lip liner all over my lips and just dabbing it in and rubbing it in with my finger. Now I'm going back in with the highlight in Extra and hitting my inner corners. Alright guys, and that is the finished look. I want to thank you for stopping and staying this long. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah.
But they don't wear these shits where I'm from.